If you want the 4th generation Toyota Tacoma OEM retractable bed step, but you want to keep your tow hooks, you want to watch this video. Toyota wants you to drop hundreds on their OEM solution. Amazon has a cheaper solution for the same thing for just under $100, but there's a problem. If you have the tow hooks installed for both the OEM and Amazon versions, you will have to remove this tow hook. This relocation bracket from 6 Element fixes those problems. And to be honest, I'm glad I did this mod because I love it. Now I've got a bonus. I found this aluminum retractable bed step that's better than those cheap versions out there, and it's better than OEM. This thing is black powder coated and strong as an ox. If you want a bed step that doesn't feel flimsy or cheap, this is the one you want. This is the 4th generation Toyota Tacoma bed step relocation bracket from 6 Element. It solves one of the most frustrating design limitations on the new Tacoma. You no longer have to choose between a functional bed step or functional tow hooks. You get both. This is the most underrated quality of life mod for 4th gen Toyota Tacoma owners. Let's get to the install. You're going to need a breaker bar, a 22mm and 12mm socket, a ratchet, torque wrench, open-ended wrench extension, multiple extended ratchet extensions, and possibly a 1/4 to 3/8 inch socket adapter, a U-joint socket adapter, 22mm combo wrench, and I highly recommend a cold drink. These 22mm bolts are a beast to get off. You can't use an impact wrench. You can't use a socket wrench. It's not going to happen. Trust me. I tried. What you really need is a breaker bar, a few extensions, adapters, and a U-joint socket adapter with a 22mm socket. And it'll come right off. Then just remove the 22mm nuts. Next, line up the 6 Element relocation bracket to the bed step and put in the smaller bolts that came with your bed step into the 3 holes up at the top. And that's 12mm. On the side of the relocation bracket, you want to put your bolts through the relocation bracket and then hand twist the nuts on. Then tighten up the front nut with a 22mm socket. The rear end will require a combo wrench, so just use the open-ended side of the combo wrench and get it as tight as you can. Be on the lookout. 6 Element will have extended Trailhunter bolts to make this work even better soon. I'll be sure to post an update when they are ready. Now I found that these bolts for the tow hooks require 125 foot-pounds of torque. My torque wrench only goes up to 100 foot-pounds. This is the extension configuration we will use to torque the 22mm nuts. On the front nut we will use a 22mm socket, easy peasy. The rear nut is hard to get to because of the bed step, so we'll be using this 22mm open-ended ratchet extension. Like I said before, this is the most underrated quality of life mod for 4th generation Toyota Tacoma owners. If you bought a 4th gen Toyota Tacoma without tow hooks, this lets you add them and keep the retractable step, whether OEM or not. If you have tow hooks, this lets you install the bed step without deleting recovery points. This bracket solves both problems. No more choosing between recovery or convenience. With this bracket, you get both. The way the truck should have come from Toyota. The link is down in the description and the pinned comment. Big thanks and shout out to 6 Element for sponsoring today's video and for sending these over so we can try them out. All Tacoma, all the time. If you like that video, be sure to hit the subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. We'll see you next time. Smoky Mountain Taco, out.